Okay, welcome along everyone to our Mission 101 podcast, and we are excited to present to you today my co-host, and today we are going to discuss things that pertain his life and his time on mission and how he joined the church. And I think he can introduce himself.
Yeah, it's been a long time. My name is Tawana Shigatsandi, as you know. All I can say is it's been a long time and I can't wait to finally be back. We're very sorry we've been going through some stuff, but we have some big changes we're going to announce at the end of the podcast.
For sure, yeah. But we are good, and I think the year has been good so far, and we are still figuring things out and see where we are going and where we are coming from. Yeah, as you know, I'm a host today, and I'm glad to have Brother Tawanyashi to be my guest today, and we just thought of discussing some of the things that you maybe want to know about himself, and I think maybe one of the days or one of the time I'll be also be the guest, and you'll be also, I don't know.
We were already the guest.
Flip. I forgot actually. I think the first episode, but
Yeah, I think it was the first.
but like what he mentioned that we have been going through some stuff, but I think all is well, and we have got some stuff to that we're going to announce at the end of this episode. So, Brother Tower, how are you doing, my guy?
I'm doing great. I had a pretty interesting week last week, but
You're doing very well. That's nice, man. I think for me, I've been in my toughest days for the previous weeks, but I'm still managing and I'm still holding up so well. But I think we're always gonna be well. And I had to spend some time going to the temple when I was coming from work, and I know that's where I can find peace and be able to be relieved and pray for the things that I need, that I desire. So but I'm recovering well. But you know what is happening, but I think it's gonna be fine though. But thank you so much for coming. Yeah, you are my guest, and I don't know you. Thank you for coming to our podcast. Shout out to Brother Chwai. He's not available today, but we wish him well as well, wherever he is. But Brother Tawali, tell us more about yourself. Who is Tawanyashi Katsandi?
Tawana Shigatsandi. How can I describe myself? Yeah. That's a question that I asked myself. I think I was during COVID, because in COVID, everyone had a lot of time to think. And that's a question that I used to ask myself. Who am I? And I can just say, my name is Tawana Shigatsandi. I'm in my early 20s. I'm not going to state my correct age. Yeah. And I've been a member for now about, I think this is my fifth year. Yeah, 5th year as a member. Yeah, I'm a retained missionary. I served in Uganda, Kampala Mission.
So most of the people, they call it UK.
Yeah, UK. I hate calling it UK though. I don't know, I think it's unnecessary.
It's unnecessary to call it UK.
Yeah, because when you get to Uganda and you hear them calling UK, I don't know, maybe I'm just being too judgmental, but I just...
Got you, my guy. Yeah. Okay, that's nice. That's so nice. So tell me a little bit about how you joined the church. You said you have been a member for about 5 years, I think, now. Yeah. And you are also a retained missionary, which also brings more questions. And so how did you find the church, and how did you turn your heart, or how did you develop that desire to go and serve a full-time mission?
Okay.
Maybe in short, something that makes you to go on a mission.
Okay, I'll try to make it as short as possible. Okay, so for me, I grew up knowing the church. I think I started knowing about the church when I was 7 years old, because that's around the time that my dad joined the church. Yeah, I think he joined around 2010, sorry. And for me, I wasn't interested. I just thought it was a scam. was like, no, there's no way. And I still remember him inviting me to his bedroom and he would read me stories about Nephi. I still remember the story of Nephi. I didn't know the name, but I still remember the story. Joseph Smith, maybe a little bit. I knew the name, but I didn't want to join the church. I still remember like waking up, like they would go. My dad would go to church at 9, and I would wake up at 7, and leave the house, and go play with my friends, and come back around 10. So it took me quite a long time to join the church. Then I think the most life-changing year of my life was 2021.
That was after high school.
Yeah.
Okay. Where did you go to school?
First, I was in Mutokwa High. Then the last 2 years, I was in Zora Sekwa High 2. Yeah. And in Mutokwa High, I can say I had some bad habits. All I can say is,
Do you mind to share it, or it's kind of past now? It's not something that you feel like you. Okay, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
so I used to be a big word of wisdom breaker.
Okay. So you used to struggle with the word of wisdom. Really, pretty bad. Man, damn. Okay, so tell me more about it. Like, was that marijuana? You used to
Oh,
smoke?
you want to know the details?
Yeah, the details of it. Maybe you can dig a little bit about it. It's past though, so I don't think it's.
Okay. This is the Mission 101 podcast. So I'm going to be direct. So for me, yeah, some people are going to see me in this light, but it's okay. Anyway, so when I was 14, I drank alcohol for the first time. Maybe not the first time, but that's when I started that's when I really got drunk for the first time. And up until then, yeah, just no, still getting drunk. Then when I got to 15, that was the first time I tasted weed. And up until I was 18, around the same time, 2021. And I don't know what happened. That's when I started asking myself, like, who am I? And I started asking myself, I started cutting off a lot of people because
Okay, maybe I'm just gonna pause you a little bit about that. You spoke about taking alcohol at the age of 14, right? Would you say?
it sounds crazy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. But yeah, it's for sure. I'm surprised. It's kind of shocked me. But my question here is like, would you say it was maybe because of the friends that you were interacting with, or maybe it was just a decision, or maybe it's just an influence, or it's peer pressure?
Definitely, it was peer pressure.
It was peer pressure at that particular time. Okay.
And also, I just wanted to experience things. I just wanted to.
Are you like one of those ones?
Which one of those?
Like one of those people who would love to experience things for themselves, like not maybe to be told or maybe whatever. Like I've done that. I've had it. You know what I mean? What I'm trying to say.
Yeah, there are things that I don't want to experience, but most things I'm always interested in wanting to experience. I don't like judging people at first hand. I want to experience something, then I find
And
out.
try to put yourself in the same shoes that they're wearing.
Yeah, then I'll be like, yeah.
And then you'd made a decision now thereafter.
Yeah. And funny enough, I ended up meeting someone who had the same situation on mission, but that's a story for
Fine.
another
We don't want to talk about him. Yeah, take us through. Okay. So you said at the age of 21 now, and then that's when you started to realize
No, at 18.
At 18, okay.
Yeah, because what happened was, I honestly, now looking back at it, I think I was depressed.
Okay.
That's when I started starting to think about my life, like where is my life going? And since I was I would say I was depressed, This is kind of sad, but I still remember this other day. I was at home alone and I just thought to myself, what if I just end it here? Because I couldn't identify myself. I was like, who am I? I can't even put a definition to myself. And I was like, what if I just end it here? But a small voice just came to my mind and I was like, I want to see how it ends. Because I don't want to end it myself. I want to see how my
Where
life
it ends, yeah.
Because
Where
I
you
don't,
are.
yeah, because it felt like I would be cheating. So I want to see how it ends. And I think that was the best decision of my life. I ended up cutting one of my best friends. He was pretty toxic. I'm not gonna mention his name, but I ended up cutting off that one friend because he was one of the friends that used to influence me. Every time I would visit him,
You would end up doing some other stuff that you would even not have, like you don't want to do, or maybe, yeah.
Yeah, so I ended up cutting him off. Then I decided I wanted to get baptized. Then in the same year, I think the previous year, another thing that made me kind of depressed was I was going through a heartbreak.
Those chumokos, those girls, those chumokos.
It was my first heartbreak. I loved her too much, I think. And all of that just came crumbling.
I think it's healthy to love someone. Do you think so?
That's true.
Okay, like yeah, but maybe it's a question for as we go maybe wrap up of the interview. I'd love to know some of the stuff if you are in a relationship or not. But yeah, for now let's talk about your conversion story. Yeah, take me through your conversion story. You said you decided to be baptized and you have realized that, who am I and what am I supposed to do and all those things. How was it?
Yeah, even before I decided to get baptized, the missionaries were seeing me here and there, but I was like, first of all, I want to cut all of this off.
Okay, before you jump into to be another new person.
Yeah. Then the thought about getting baptized was like, since I'm already following almost all the things that they are saying, what if I just join the church? Because I wasn't drinking tea at the time because I was trying to follow the gym because I was saying, tea, they put sugar, so I'm not going to take it. And I was just like, I'm already following
All the things that they're teaching you.
Yeah, what's the point?
So you were good to go, yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, let me just get baptized. And I still remember the first person that made me want to get baptized. Who was it? Elder Skinner. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was one of them. And Elder Mangwana. He's from Blawayo. Then I was like, let me get baptized. Then,
it's a funny thing. The one that baptized you, he wasn't my companion though, but we stayed together in the same apartment when Elder Mangwana.
yo.
I don't know if it's Mangwana or Mangwana from South Africa. If I'm
I don't know if he's from South Africa or Blawayo.
I think Botswana.
Botswana? I
Quite
don't
sure.
know.
But he served here in KwaZulu-Natal with I don't know if it's Kakaire from Uganda.
Yeah, that's him. That's him.
Exactly. I actually served with him. He wasn't my companion, but we stayed in the same apartment in Chegutu when I was still serving here.
Yo,
He's a
that's
great
crazy.
guy. So shout out to Elder Mangwana
I even met Elder Kakaire
in Uganda.
That was crazy. I was like, yo, I think I was 2 months on mission. I was like, yo, that's crazy that I met this guy. But also, I want to give a shout out to one of the people that helped me because he kept coming to visit me was Kudakwashe Mvumbi. He would come to visit me almost every week. And I was like, yeah.
So shout out to Kudagwashe Mvumbi. A big shout out to him, okay.
And I finally got baptized. Then going on mission. That was a tough one. I didn't want to go on mission. What ended up making me want to go on mission was there were a lot of things because some of it was probably manipulation, but I ended up making a decision for myself because I saw a lot of benefits from going on mission. And I finally decided to go on mission, and that was it.
So yeah, that's powerful. Thank you so much for sharing that. I love it when people they spoke about their conversion story and where they actually came from. You can look up and see someone there bearing their testimony, but if they tell you their stories to be where they are, you would maybe somehow be surprised, like, wow, they have been through a lot. Like, I was so touched when you said that, you wanted to end it. And I can tell you, I can relate, in fact, that maybe those were one of the toughest days in your life. You would maybe feel like, what am I doing? What is it that I'm doing here? You don't even have a clue or even a definition of what you're doing. Not even a reason why you are living. But there is that one thing that just came, which is the gospel. You have just chose to get yourself in the covenant path. And the most beautiful thing about it is the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, where you were able to join and prepare yourself and go and serve. So you're talking about going on mission and you didn't want to go on a mission. So what is it? What motivated you to go on a mission now?
Well,
or who convinced you, maybe?
Who convinced me? There was this elder.
Or you've just seen, maybe, yeah.
This guy, he ended up not finishing his mission. That was kind of weird. That he motivated me to go on mission, but he ended up not finishing his mission himself. But I think his name was Elder Mac. Yeah, it was Elder Mac, and my bishop at the time. Yeah, he was like, you need to go on mission and all that. I was like, okay, cool. I ended up deciding, I just gave myself a timeline because there are a couple of things that I lined up. I was like, if this doesn't work out, this doesn't work out, this doesn't work out, I'm going on mission. And there's a prayer that I made. I still remember something bad had happened and I was crying. I went on a quiet place, I started crying, and I started praying to God. And I was like, if you make this happen, I'm going to save you for 2 years. And yeah, that was it. He made it happen.
And then you were able to finish your mission.
Yeah, I was like, the deal was, God, I want you to do this for me. If you do this for me, I'm going to save you for 2 years. And he made it happen. I was like, there's no way I'm going to finish my mission in the middle. I just have to go through it. And that was it.
That's so powerful. Yeah. I've also heard someone as well. I can try to relate from what you have said. I think he was struggling to get a job. Somehow he was struggling to get a job, and he was like, he shared this experience with me when I was my time on mission, and he was like, God, if you give me a job, I promise I'll pay tithing. I'll give that 10th% of the month that I'm earning each and every month. And he was able to get a job. I'm not quite sure if he's still paying tithing though, but from what he has said, I believe that he is still paying tithing because he made a covenant. He owed himself to the Lord that if you give me this, I'm going to do this. So would you say maybe, or would you think that if we challenge God?
Yeah, most people say don't bargain with the Lord, but I think my bargain worked. So I don't know.
Somehow, so I'm just trying to relate, like right now, it's making sense because he said, God, if you bless me with a job, I'm going to pay my tithing, I'm going to help people, I'm going to give to the need, give back to the community. That's what he said.
Because I honestly feel like God enjoys testing us, putting us to a test.
Indeed, for sure. Like you always say that trials brings more blessings. There are trials from God to test our faith. Like, where are we standing? Are you going to stay firm for the things that you know to be true, or are you going to backslide in the gospel once you are tested? So trials makes our faith go stronger, indeed. But it's not easy as well to identify, like, is this a trial from God or is from Satan,
I honestly feel like every trial that comes to you is
along the way.
God approved. Because if you remember the story of Job, Satan didn't just say, I'm giving you this trial.
Exactly.
He came to God and he was like, God, you see
Test
this
him.
man, you call him righteous.
I'm going to.
I want to test him to see that if he's really righteous.
So yeah. So brothers and sisters, I think you are learning something new, and we are also learning. So give us what you think. You big feedback in the comment section about this regarding to this topic. But going back now to our to Brother Tower, he mentioned about going on mission and someone he motivated him, although that person didn't finish his mission. But however, you are now on mission, right? Let me take you back to your mission. Right? You are now on mission. You met Elder Kakaire, thinking you're early 2 months on mission, early 2 years of your mission. But how was it, man? How did you manage stress, anxiety, or depression?
Man, okay. I think mission was everything that I expected, but at the same time, I wasn't ready for it like I thought I was. Because
Would you say you were a super obedient missionary?
no.
What kind of a missionary were you? On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate yourself and say, I was 5, and you tell me the reason why you were 5? Or I was 10, or you were 1, or you were 2, or maybe you were 7, what?
Okay, I would say I was a 5 because there were things that other missionaries were willing to do that I wasn't willing to do. Like, they would tell me that they do this thing, even though I do some things with them. There were things that they would tell me they do, and I'll be like, I'll never be that kind of missionary. And yeah, I would say I was a 5.
Even me, I wouldn't say I was 10. I would say I was 5, or maybe I was 6. Why? There is that room of improvement each and every day. I always tell my mission president, he would ask me, Elder Karipacha, are you an obedient missionary? And I was like, no, President, I'm not obedient. And you'll be like, yeah, I like that. Why? Because there is a room. Sometimes we sing knowingly, sometimes we do things and we do some of the things which is bad, not good to our Heavenly Father, you know. Maybe for us we'll be like thinking that what I'm doing is the right thing, but for him it's not. But there is that room of improvement each and every day. So I wouldn't say I was maybe 10 or maybe 7. I was 5 because the other 5 is for changing every day.
There's another question that you asked me, but I forgot.
Okay, so I was asking you about like how did you manage stress in depression and all those things on your time on mission. I know there will be maybe days you'll be feeling overwhelmed for sure. Yeah.
I still remember, man. Mission was crazy. So, man, talking to people was hard for me because I would say I was more of an introvert than I am right now. It was hard for me to talk to people, almost like I would feel anxious when I talk to people, especially to strangers. And imagine now you are being told that you're in the streets. I had a big Samoan companion. I love that guy. And he'll be like, go talk to that person. What? Yeah, go talk to that person and tell them you want them to come to church. Yo. And I would just go there, I'll start stammering there. And my heart will be beating so bad. But I learned over time that it's just part of the process. You're gonna feel nervous, but you get over it. So to all the missionaries that are gonna go on mission that are also nervous, yeah, just exposure therapy. Get used to. Yeah. My companion used to always tell me, open your mouth every time. Yeah, and it really helped.
It also takes me back. I think one of the person that we also had here in our interview, maybe you can recollect him, is Brother Craig. He said that before his mission, he was someone who was not speaking that much, but mission made him to be able to speak or maybe to interact with everyone. For sure, those 2 years, they can make you,
Or break you.
break you, or shape you to be a better person, or maybe a better husband as a man, or a better woman or as a woman, or a better wife as a woman. But I think it's a choice to choose to do the right thing there. Agency works everywhere. For sure, yeah. But how was mission?
Mission was great. Mission was great. I would say it was a bit hard, but it was worth it.
Would you regret serving a full-time mission in Uganda?
No, I don't regret it.
Would you say that was the best decision that you have made so far in your life, that you were able to make in your life so far, to serve a full-time mission?
Yeah. I would say, besides the spiritual part, I would say that's the best decision that I made for the kind of future that I want for myself. Because, man, there are a lot of things that I saw on missionaries that they probably didn't see on themselves, that I was like, I like that. I want to be like that. Then, yeah. So I would say that was the best decision that I made. I think that's the best decision a teenager can make, to go on mission. Yeah, for sure. Don't regret it at all.
You would say that it made you to be a better version of yourself.
Yeah. But I wouldn't go back. I would never go back.
I don't think everyone would want to go back there again. But yeah, it's worth it. It's hard but it's worth it. That work is divine. It's a great work indeed. Yeah. But how was it serving with different companions from different countries? And how were you able to adjust, or maybe in terms of socialization, or maybe adjustment as well, to get a new person? I know you have those materials that you are given on mission. You'll be guided to do maybe obedience checklist, whereby you'll be discussing with your companion, like, companion, me, I don't like this. I know they're doing this, but I they do this. So I don't know. How was it on your side? Because for me, I think it was one of the things that I struggled with. I don't like someone I don't do it. Yeah. So how did you manage that one? How did you do it? How did it make you to be an effective missionary, and even to have a effective day, or maybe effective missionary?
Yeah, the issue of companions, I would say I had a pretty hard time, because I ended up realizing that I have some trust issues for some reason. I didn't know. I don't know.
At least you were able to realize that.
Yeah, I don't know where they came from, but yeah, I think some of my companions, even we separated when they thought I hate them or something. But I just had this thought that this guy, what if he does this? Because most of my companions were American, so yeah. But one thing that I always tried to do was to learn from them. There's a question that I used to always ask, but I ended up finding out that some people don't like that kind of question. I would ask them at the end of, like, when we're about to be transferred, I would ask them, what do you think I should improve on? And some of them didn't like it, but yeah, I ended up learning a lot of things from them. I ended up learning some things about myself, and some things that I don't like in other people. And yeah, it was really enlightening.
That's so powerful. I like that one. So in terms of the spiritual part, and how was it talking about yourself before mission, reading the scriptures, and engage yourself. Like what you have said earlier. How did you come to know that these things are true? Like what you are sharing with these people, they are true.
Okay. So for me, I'm someone who asks a lot of questions. And everywhere I go, a lot of people complain that I ask a lot of questions. And I don't just ask questions because I'm just asking questions. It's because I genuinely want to understand. And in the MTC, I would ask a lot of questions. One thing that I didn't understand was the baptism of the dead. I was like, just like, what is this? Yeah. But I still remember, I think I was in my training when I started studying with my trainer. That's when I started realizing that,
These things for sure.
yeah. And at that time, I still remember I was reading the book of Mosiah, the story of Abinadi. That's when I was like, damn.
Yeah, that story, man.
And Abinadi is still one of my favorite
Favorite in the
prophets
book of
in the
Book of Mormon.
yeah. And
I like him. I know the story for sure. It's just awesome. Yeah, it's an amazing story. So we also have a challenge for you, brothers and sisters. It's a story that you can also.
yeah. Like it's a very interesting story. You won't get bored reading it. I'm telling you, I can tell you that. But yeah, I think it was. I even still remember the chapters. Yeah, it was really great. It's the one that enlightened me. And I was like,
That's
yeah,
powerful.
this is true.
So in terms of your spiritual part, you felt like you were good. Like how often on mission would you say that my spiritual part it was a bit high, and there's some areas that you'd feel like I'm struggling with my spiritual part? Because I've also had some couple of transfers that I struggle with my spiritual part, and I know the reason why I was struggling. It's somewhat depression and stress as well, especially my last days. My last days on mission.
Do you think those last days is because of depression?
I don't think so, but maybe you would have so many questions like, what am I going to do after mission? What is it that I'm going to do?
For me, I would say I was in my peak from the moment I started up to around 18 months. And up from there, it was just
Just
around the 9.
were you tired? Were you tired or
So tired. Especially the last 3 months.
you felt like I was drained? You were drained.
Yeah, I was.
But you would even still do the right thing. You would maybe want to still do the right thing, of course, yeah.
Yeah, I think
Don't you?
especially when I think my mission president knew that I would die because he then made me a zone leader. And as a zone leader, there's no way that you get the time to die. Yeah. Then what ended up happening was 2 weeks before we left, they ended up removing the trucks, and our area was like 40 kilometers away.
And you maybe you have served for maybe like 9 months in a truck, and then now your last 3 months you are now being told to walk again, tracking every day.
It was 13 months.
13 months in a truck, and then last 3 months you are now tracking.
2 weeks.
Only 2 weeks, and in those 2 weeks they were like damn crazy, like maybe a year.
Yeah, that's when I truly died, and I didn't want. I would go to the area maybe once in a while. I was going to the other area. I think in my area, those 2 weeks I went twice. The rest of the time I was on exchanges. I'm just being honest.
Okay, yeah, that's nice. That's so interesting. Thank you so much for sharing that. So, what are some of the things that you have developed, or maybe skills that you have developed on mission? What you have obtained on mission that you would say maybe? You mentioned one thing about trust issues. I think that thing of getting new companions, it made you realize that I've got trust issues. I think it's one of the things that you have started to realize now, that you've got trust issues, and think you are working on it, or maybe you have worked on it?
Yeah, I would say I'm still working on it because I feel like it's almost like a childhood thing.
And then you're like, what else that you would say those skills? I know I've got so many skills. I've got so many things that I've learned on mission. And those are my skills, and no one can take them from me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. No one can take them away from you. You earn them yourself. And the things that I learned, I would say I'm able to communicate more. There were some leadership skills that I didn't have. I couldn't articulate my words. Like I wouldn't express how I feel or what I'm thinking. Yeah, I think yeah, and some are still secrets.
Oh, that's fine then. All right, so your mission, you are done with your mission. Now preparing to come back home, seeing things new have changed a little bit here in Zimbabwe. What was your feeling? Like, what were you expecting after mission? Like your goals, like I want to go back home and I want to do this and do this and do this.
So for me, I think I did everything that I wanted to do after mission. I told myself that I wanted to do. There's a specific technical course that I wanted to go for, and I wanted to also do photography. Yeah, and yeah, I think I followed those plans is according to what I wanted. I'm still on the path, but yeah, I think I did.
And you also have a podcast as well.
Yeah, that's another thing. I also told myself that I wanted to start being more present on social media, and we did that.
Cheers, man. Brothers and sisters, we love what we do. Isn't it? Sure, we love what we do. Okay, that's nice. So, let me take you a little bit back now. You are now home. Everything has changed, and you have followed some of your goals. Isn't it that a blessing?
That's a blessing.
Because what I've seen and what I've heard from most of the returned missionaries, when they came back from their mission, they would for sure have plans like, I want to do this, and do this, and do this, and do this. And then some also, maybe half of the plans, they won't go accordingly. And that's when they will rebel or maybe backslide in the gospel. Mm-hmm. They would start to realize, or maybe of pressure, like I went on mission and I've seen my friend here. I left my friend here, and then you came back, and then he's now here. Or maybe he's now driving a vehicle or something. And for you, you only have your name tags that you're not going to wear anymore. You see, because of that pressure now. And for sure, you have goals. I want to do this, and then maybe some of those goals they fail to happen. But one thing that I've learned is that God's time is the best. I think one of the things that we have learned on mission is to be patient enough. Mm-hmm. So, talking to your side, how did you manage that, and how did you handle that?
Well, like I told you, there were a lot of pressures. I'm not gonna lie. There was one of my friends. The guy, he's crazy, but this guy. During the 2 years that I was on mission, he moved out of the hood. He's now living in Avondale. He has 2 cars. He has a family. In those 2 years, and for me, I was busy testifying,
crying repentance.
Yeah. And he called me like when I was left with like a month. I was like, "How did you do all of that?" But it was crazy. But what I ended up doing was, I think I just kept believing that. Everything is gonna work out. There were a lot of bumps. I'm not gonna lie. There were a lot of bumps along the way, but it ended up happening. Yeah.
Nice. All right, that's nice. Thank you so much, Brother Tao, for sharing that. We brothers and sisters, we had a temple open house, and it was just an amazing. I was able to attend there. By the way, welcome to the month of love. See these flowers here on our desk. we present to you these flowers. We have got these flowers here. This is the month of love, and then we just thought of putting these flowers on our desktop. And for those who are dating, hey, it's good for you. We'll see you after Valentine. Okay, I'm just kidding, but we wish you the best, guys. We hope that you're gonna have a good time. You're gonna have a good time in this month of love. Yeah, but going back to the business, we had a temple tour here in Harare, Zimbabwe temple, and I was able to attend the tour and all those things. And the gospel, Apostle Paul, he said that our families are ordained of God and they can be together for eternity. And we have been taught and instructed in our young that we should begin with an ending mind. So, Brother Tower, where are you? Are you seeing this ending mind? Of course, yes, you are seeing this ending mind. Why? Because we have got a temple here now in Zimbabwe, which is going to be dedicated on the 1st of March. And I think it's something that you're looking forward to go with your, I don't know if it's your fiance or maybe your wife or whatever. But, Brother Tower, are you seeing someone so far?
Yeah, I am.
You are in a relationship.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're not so sure, like if you are in a relationship or you're not in the relationship.
Okay. I'm in a relationship.
How long have you been dating? For now? By the way, where did you meet her? Is she a member?
Yeah, it's a member.
Oh, wow, that's so powerful. Maybe I can try to guess. Did you meet her at the conference YSA conference, Mount Take, Harare, Zimbabwe Mount Take YSA conference?
No.
The one that we had in Masowe last year in December, I think early December.
Yeah, it was late December. But for me, we met before, but I started talking to her after the conference.
After the conference. That's when you decided to do the right thing.
Well, we kind of had a conversation, but at the conference, we kind of had another conversation. I was like,
cool. Maybe after.
Be an option.
All right. Do you mind telling us a little bit about her, or maybe a name or whatever you feel comfortable?
Names, you just, I don't like publicizing my relationships, but I can say
Your
yeah,
relationship. You are in a serious relationship.
Okay.
Are you gonna ask me like, what do you mean serious relationship or what?
Well,
are you in a committed? You are in a committed relationship.
Yeah.
Why am I asking all of these questions? Because we want to go back where it says ending mind. Because when it's an ending mind, which means for sure you're in a committed relationship, you are going to take this girl to the temple and see it forever.
Okay, let me tell you something about me. I'm the type of guy where if I'm considering dating a girl, I have the end in mind. Like, I'm not just dating for jokes. Yeah, it's nice to date for jokes, but I've seen one of my brothers made a mistake, and he was dating a girl. He didn't really like the girl, but they were having fun, and it ended up going the wrong way. So I just told myself from there, I was like, if I'm gonna date a girl, it better
she has to be the one.
Right choice. Yeah, I won't regret.
No, that's nice. That's so powerful. So thank you so much. I'm looking forward to know her. Maybe one of the days we can invite her to the podcast. I don't know. Just try to ask her. Yeah, but thank you so much. Now, maybe just the last question in terms of the spiritual part, going to school, going to work, callings that you are holding here. How are you managing now these days? Because if I want to take you a little back on your time on mission, you know already you've got a schedule that I'm getting up at 6:30, right? I've got maybe 30 minutes of exercising and shower, and maybe do quick breakfast, and then maybe at 8 you're sitting down for personal study. Or maybe 9 to 9:45. It's companionship start, and then the other 15 minutes is for planning for the day. So they've already created a time for you to do your studying. So you'd see that maybe your spiritual growth is always this level each and every day. And when it's on this level, which means you have to nourish it each and every time so that it won't goes down. But here now, back at home, you've got responsibilities. Yeah, you've got so many things that you want to do. Probably you're now forgetting the other side of maybe studying the scriptures, or maybe attending church, or maybe the callings as well. So I'm just curious. I want to know, like, how are you managing in terms of your spiritual part right now?
My spiritual part, I've been struggling. I'm not gonna lie. I've been struggling with my scriptures. It's been tough. My callings, I didn't know that callings can be so busy until last week. But yeah, I'm doing my best to serve the Lord as I promised when I got called. Yeah, but yeah, the spiritual part, reading scriptures, is currently tough, but every once in a while, yeah, I jump in.
Okay, thank you so much, Brother Tao, for coming through to the podcast on the Mission 101 podcast. We are so happy to have you today, and I'm glad that we made it. I'm glad that we did it. Brothers and sisters, we just want to give and apologize for what has been happening for the past 2 weeks. We have been facing some technical problems, but I think it's now all solved. But we have a good news for you. Would you want to present her?
Oh, you can do it. You're the host today. I'm chilling.
All right, so brothers and sisters, we are happy to announce that we now have a female co-host. That one you are going to like her. She's very
For
nice.
sure.
She has got that vibe, and she is a speaker as well. And we announce Sister Gillian Ginger is our co-host of the Mission 101 podcast, and I'm pretty sure you're going to see her in the next episode. She will be available.
I think they already know who her face because you've seen her on the podcast.
Yeah, maybe you've seen her because we actually interviewed her on the ModTech conference in YSA conference in Mazowe. Yeah, but she's nice. She has signed the contract. You know, the funny thing about it, I was asking her, I was just making, I think I showed you some messages when I was chatting with her. I was like, can you send me your CV? And then she was like, that's very funny. I was like, yeah, I need your CV. I was like, reach out to Brother Panache, my manager. Yeah, but yeah, in the next episode, we are hopefully that she might be available. So yeah, she's going to be available. Yeah, but we are so happy, brothers and sisters. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so that whenever we upload anything, you'll be notified. And we are looking forward for more of these episodes, and I think we have got our schedule now is now pegged. It's now pegged. Yeah, it's now pegged. And who's coming next?
It's a secret. You'll find out.
You'll find it along the way. Okay. So, Brother Tower, thank you so much for coming once again. And we're looking forward to see your girlfriend maybe one of the days. Mine, she'll come.
She'll come. When is she coming?
I don't know that one. She's always like, I'll come. She'll come definitely one of these days. Yeah, but thank you so much, guys. This is Mission 101 podcast. We're going to put on our manager's phone number. Please reach out to him. If you need any questions, reach out to him. He'll be able to answer all those questions. And we wish you a happy monthly love. For those who are in a serious relationship, girls owes you, boys owes you something. Please stay safe. This is Mission 101, guys. Signing out.
Happy Valentine's. Peace out.
Happy Valentine's. Peace out.